Hello guys, welcome to another time out with me. My name is Alec Godwin and I'm here to talk to you about the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 6K and the Pocket 4K. I want to help you decide which to go with coming up. Alright, very quickly, I'll plead with you to subscribe to this channel. I don't want to burn time, and let's get to it. The Pocket 4K or the Pocket 6K. I'll use myself as an example so from time to time so you can figure out what you need to do. All right, in my opinion, from everything we gathered so far from Blackmagic, for the 6K, you can only record 6K, the full power of the sensor on 6K RAW, which is very good. It's like there's no point dealing with anything else. You got this camera for 6K, this is what you are going to enjoy. Enjoy ProRes for the others. But if you are buying the camera and all you shoot is in ProRes, then no point to get the 6K. All right. Then there's the category of people who want a camera, who wants to replace the Pocket 4K with the Pocket 6K. That I would not advise. I think the way I want to go, I have not pre-ordered. I'm not planning to right now. I'm excited about the news. Don't get me wrong, I was excited, I'm still excited. I wish I can do it right now, but I can't. I've got too much bills, too much expenses, and too much coming up. Okay, I already have plans that I don't want to mess up. And when I do get the 6K, it will be alongside with this one. Now, my reason being that you can't enjoy everything. You don't expect I don't think the 6K is going to be perfect. It's going to have issues just like this. We're used to the issues from this camera. We've complained and finally we have settled with it, right? But we are going to see issues with the 6K, and then we're going to grumble and get over it. I believe they released it because they are confident that, you already know this camera. This is pretty much the same thing with the new, but the EF mount, the crop factor is still there. It's more like an APS-C sensor. However, it is bigger than the Pocket 4K sensor, which is the micro four sensor. And you definitely get better depth of field when in terms of using the EF lens compared to the micro four third lens. However, when the Pocket 4K uses the Metabones, it can get the crop down and get a better advantage over the 6K. So what that means is with the Metabones, you get a crop of to like 1.2, I think. While the Super 35 or the EF lens can bring it down to, I think, 1.55, and then you can't even adapt it anymore. You're stuck with the EF lens, and you get good lenses, your lenses that you're happy to be on board. You get your lenses, but you save a lot of money from buying Metabones, right? If you're already used to using your micro four third lenses and you're satisfied with what you get, stick with that. Like I said, the only reason why I will buy the 6K and I would advise you to buy the 6K is if you're already looking for another camera to, because you do multiple recordings, the pictures will match up real perfectly. I would say, yeah, go for it. Now your 6K, the advantage is for cropping majorly. Nobody is going to transmit in 6K. 4K is just getting around the corner. 6K is still fresh. The only advantage for right now is for zooming in and get that, illusion of multiple cameras. Good thing is you can have your rig. For those of you who wants to sell, who wants to go ahead and get rid of this camera, I don't think you'll be getting a good deal for this camera. It is cheap as it is already. But I don't know who, let's say you do 800, it will be a miracle. The camera is already cheap, selling it a lot cheaper will be, well, along with the Metabones. Yep, if you sell with the Metabones adapter that you already have, yeah, you might be able to get something off and support yourself with the 6K version. It's not something I will do. So like I said, I'm gonna get the 6K when it is convenient for me. Like I said in one video, we shouldn't be carried away. We need to know what we want at every point in time and know that, okay, I was gonna get a camera anyway, so I might as well be this. That's the way I will go. If you got extra bucks, you know, to play around with, it's okay. You won't need much extra stuff, okay? If you already have your Canon lenses, and that's another thing that should help you. If you are going to get the 6K and you don't have Canon lenses, it means you are going to be buying Canon lenses, EF lenses. You know, that is a no-no. You shouldn't, I mean, you shouldn't want that kind of trouble right now. So it looks like I've been confusing you, right? On the 6K one, that's what I mean, okay? Keep pointing at this. You weren't planning for a camera, you're just hoping to sell this one and get that one. I won't say it's a good route. You will enjoy both cameras if you have both. Like I said in my previous video, both of them will still not be cameras that you can have alone. If you have this and you get the Pocket 6K as well, and those are your two cameras, you still need another camera. You still need another camera that can autofocus, that can, you know, which is not really a big deal for me. Like this Canon M50, all I use it for is manual. I don't know where I don't do autofocus on this. You know, well, I did it. Well, I used to, you know, when it just came, we had to celebrate it. But, you know, well, shout out to one of you guys who sent me a message in the last video that you bought this, ordered the 6K already, and it's going to be around on Monday. Yeah, that's good. And I did subscribe to your channel. I did promise that if you subscribe to mine and you are into what I do, just put on a comment below and I'll jump on your channel, okay? I mean, so we can have a healthy community and be able to grow. So I sent a message, what's your plan with the camera? Are you replacing? Because I kind of felt like I might have contributed in some people getting the camera without knowing full details. I'm excited about it. I'm still excited, but I wanted to, you know, make it clear who I think this camera is for. I think it is for people that are looking for additional camera. 4K is the standard. Anywhere in the world, it's still a standard. 6K is for advantage, to have an advantage. But one clear winner, okay? I've been saying things and that probably will confuse you even more, right? If you are into anamorphic, this sensor will allow you shoot in anamorphic mode and with anamorphic lenses. So, which is a very great, you know, which is very great for filmmakers especially, you know. So I've never done anything anamorphic before. I don't have experience with that. I do have plans to, So that's an option for me, which I'm not ready for. It makes me know that I will get the camera eventually. Things to be aware of: you cannot enjoy the 6K besides RAW. Now, if you shoot it in RAW, it is bigger files. A lot bigger files than 4K in RAW. Think, you know, if you're ready for that. If at the end of the day you try one experience and you see that the files are so great, no, I'm not doing this anymore, I'll stick with the ProRes, you have just bought the camera for nothing. If you are doing CFast cards, just write it off. You have to have at least 1 terabyte on the SSD. Sometimes you don't want to take the files out because I edit straight out from there. You know, when you have those kind of large files, you start transferring. It takes time, so sometimes I just put it right there and start editing, and then halfway through the editing I have to go out and go do some shootings. I take it out again and put it there, so you still have like half of the SSD filled up while I go shoot some more. You know, if you don't work like that, if you just have dedicated SSDs for your location shoot alone, and that's fine, you know, but you can't depend on your CFast cards for that camera shooting 6K. And then another thing that I expect is that the 6K will consume even more battery life than the 4K, because we know that 1080p consume less than 4K. As you go higher in the modes and the resolution, the demand for power goes higher. So I expect that for 6K, you'll be fine with you'll definitely be fine with the V mount. But for those who are not using V mounts, forget it. I mean, that's what I would say. Even with this camera, I've tried out a couple of those ones that will work with the camera, that will power the camera and this mount and stuff. But 45 minutes, you know, if you do the camera alone, it probably do an hour, 30 minutes, maybe. If you do this alone, it probably do about the same. So you don't want to be doing all that with this camera, let alone the 6K one. So I expect more power consumption from that camera, which means if you're not planning, if you're not already using a V mount, you are stuck. You have to. So those are my few points I would like to say. Take your time and decide. Those are the few things I got for you. All right, so let me know in the comments what you're planning to do. I can't wait to hear from you. That's coming. Your cam is coming on Monday, which is today. I can't wait to hear from you, and you know, I'll watch out for your unboxing on your channel. Hopefully you do that, and then be ready to get some updates. Smart people from Blackmagic, they're smart. Like, this is definitely a very huge move for them, and well crafted, well done, well strategized. I don't think it will affect the cons of the 6K. Will not affect its growth. You know, a lot of people thinking of transitioning from Sony. I think a lot of people will transition from Sony. A lot of people will transition from Canon. A lot of transition is gonna take. I don't see any other camera this year doing anything close. You know, after this shock, they'll probably be ready for next year, but not this year. Blackmagic has got it. All right, click the like button, hit the subscribe button, and go ahead and comment below and let me know if you bought it, you're planning to. Did my conversation here help you in any way? All that down in the comments below. Check out the links. Got you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.